Hi everybody, I'm back. I said I would be right back. I did not lie about that. Sometimes I lie, but I didn't lie about that. So anyway, um, I am here in Wisconsin still, and I'm at my mom's trying to help her clean up a lot of stuff. Um, there's a lot of things that need to be cleaned up here because I would say, there was some hoarding going on, okay? And so I'm here. And what I'm doing is I got my little spray here. I mean, this whole COVID thing has gotten out of hand, so I'm going to wash my hands every chance I get, just like everyone else. I'm not going to deny that people are getting sick, but I don't know. I don't know anybody who knows anybody who knows anybody, but the news is really bad, and I wouldn't want it to hurt. I wouldn't want myself to, cause anybody else to get sick or anything like that if I was to have some type of virus or something. You know, I don't know if enough about it, but I have my beliefs, and I will hold those until another time. So I found a way to kind of maybe found a way to put this maybe to put this up so you guys could actually see me in the whole level. And I'm not sure if it'll work, but maybe if I I can bring it down like this. Whatever. So trying to find a way to prop my phone up to where I can just let you guys see what I'm doing. I'm doing it all, okay? What I'm trying to do is I have a lot of unboxing to do, but I also at the same time have a lot of organizing and cleaning up to do here at my mother's. And I'm in Wisconsin, and she is a widow now, and I want her to I want her to live the rest of her life, happy, comfortable, stress-free. She has been through a lot. She's a wonderful woman. She's beautiful. And she has a long life ahead of her still. So I would like her to live the way that every mother, wife should live. And that's happy and free of all the problems that people have. She has survived cancer. She's 67 years old. It's not about her, I'm not trying to make this whole segment about her, but yeah, I'm here. I want to help her. My aunt and I had been here for a couple days, and we were, cleaning out a lot of stuff, a lot of things, a lot of junk, a lot of good things, a lot of there was a lot of stuff. I don't want to say there was hoarding going on, but there was a lot of stuff. So right now there's a hell of a lot to do, and I mean, if you guys are bored with me doing it all, then turn the channel. But this is what I'm doing today. I'm going to be trying to unbox these items here with all these boxes here because I'm kind of addicted to that Amazon returns site where they do the liquidation.com. So I'm kind of doing that a little bit too. I don't want to add to her mess. This is my separate mess here. I'll be taking most of this back to California with me. But there's a lot of cleaning up to do. So I was trying to go through some tools and put, the good tools aside and put the bad tools in a box and then figure out what we do with them later. So there's like a lot of tools, a lot of junk, and I mean this is just the beginning of it. There's a lot of good stuff, a lot of crap, a lot of things that I don't know what to do with, but I'm not gonna keep any junk. Tools that are stripped, tools that are unfunctional, tools that don't get the job done. I mean, how frustrated have you been when you get a screwdriver and it's stripped? And you're like, you know, pardon my words. I don't want to cuss anymore on YouTube because, it doesn't help my reputation by the YouTube community. I haven't been warned about it or anything like that, but I was monetized, and then they took my monetization away because because maybe I cuss. I don't know. Maybe I have ASMR, sexual ASMR on there. I'm not going to take my sexual ASMR down. I'm going to add to it because it's very, besides being educational for people that don't have much knowledge about sexual relations, it's also therapeutic. And I think that it helps a lot of people, men and women, relax, and it opens up their mind and clears their conscience from feeling bad about any sexual energies, you know. So look at the beautifulness. Look at the beautifulness. Isn't she adorable? That's my mom. Isn't she beautiful? Look at her. Look at the cuteness. Can you see her? Can you see her? Can you see?
I can see me.
Isn't that adorable? I love her. She's going to go to the store right now. I should be the one going to the store because I don't want her going out here. But we're in the country. There's really nothing to be afraid of. And I want to give her some money so she can get me something at the store too. Okay? Do you have money right now? Okay. I love you. Be safe and you're coming right back? Okay, I love you. Okay. It's a gold pack. Okay. Or black, whatever. Just with box on.
Okay.
Some good ones, you know.
I'm gonna go up to smile.
Yes.
Here I am, 67 $9.
Some good ones. You know. Make sure they're not small. You're outdated. Okay, I love you. I'll see you in a minute. Be safe, okay?
Yeah, I'm just going. I'm gonna stop at Walmart. Quick Trip.
Okay. Sounds.
And Quick Trip don't have.
Yeah. Do you what do you want to eat?
I'll make you something to eat. Oh, I'm thawing out cod.
Oh, yummy.
I'm gonna
Cod.
make cod with butter,
Yummy.
and then I'm gonna have a side dish.
Okay. Sounds good. I'll be here.
You better.
Okay, I will. I promise. Okay, so now I'm going to take and I'm gonna. I got some stuff here. I'm gonna pick up. So I'm gonna pick up this stuff. I'm gonna try to keep my phone like so that you guys can see me what I'm doing. Picking up some stuff off the floor. This is kind of like a little foam thing that I can, I can put things on. But you know what? It's all kind of garbage in a way. But I'll put that with the tarps because there's like a lot of tarps there. And I'm trying to clean up. And it's just like I don't even know sometimes what to throw away and what not to throw away. I mean, this is a really difficult time for everyone, and I just don't want to be. I don't want to be sitting around doing what everyone else is doing. I'm not going to stay inside because I'm not. If it's my time to go, I'm going to go. And I'm not. I'm going to do everything I can to protect everyone else if I was to get sick. But this is just ridiculous. People gotta get air and get outside. You guys can do what you want to do. Hopefully, if you're inside and you're quarantined, you're watching me. Hopefully, I can bring some happiness or enlightenment or something to your life. So, if there's anything you would like to talk about, you are free to say, because I will definitely probably have something to say about the topic because I'm pretty well-rounded in my thoughts and what I've learned, my knowledge. Pretty knowledgeable. I'm not going to brag myself up or anything like that. You guys can learn from yourself. And you can tell me if you think I'm stupid or dumb. Doesn't really, it's not going to change the way that I act or what I do. I will definitely respect anyone's opinion if you have a bad one or a good one. Either way, I appreciate your opinions. I appreciate your thoughts and I appreciate your comments. So, and I respect everyone. So what I want to do is bring something to everyone's life besides just the downers and the negativity. So if you're inside your quarantine, watch me if you want. I'm out in the garage right now. I'm in Wisconsin. It's kind of rainy, cloudy. My mom's cooking cod tonight, so I'm going to eat some cod later. But right now I'm in the garage and I'm kind of trying to get some things organized and cleaned up here. And I want to just bring some positivity to everyone's life right now because this is a time where everyone needs to just really be positive, uh, and have good energy and, enjoy whatever you can of what's going on. You just have to. I'm not going to quarantine myself. That's what I'm saying. I'm not going to go inside and lock myself in the closet. And I will do everything I can to keep myself from infecting anybody if I get infected. I know for a fact I'm not going to get infected, and I know that I'm not going to infect anybody because I'm not sick and I don't get sick. Knock on wood. I don't. I have a great immune system. It's all about keeping your body kind of exposed to things as you're growing up, but not overexposure. I grew up on a farm. We ate meat. We ate our own chickens. We ate eggs from those chickens. I've baled hay, milked cows, done all that, and it's a very healthy thing to do. Nowadays kids sit inside, they're always on the phone, they're always playing with the digital devices, and I mean, it's not my choice to, change their lives, but I really just think it's very dysfunctional. I see families sitting at tables for dinner and everyone's on their phone, staring down at their phone. I've seen like groups of people at bars standing around. I mean, you're sitting there with all kinds of people and everyone's on their phone. Like, wow. That's not how it was when I was growing up. When I was growing up, we didn't get to go inside. It was like, get outside and play, run around and play, And we didn't get spoiled like with the devices. We didn't even have a microwave. I'm not saying that we were poor, but we were poor. I mean, but we enjoyed life and we found things to do to entertain ourselves. And we'd sing, we had music, we had it, we didn't have it great at all, but I appreciate that now because it's actually causing a lot of people to. I mean, people didn't know how to act when they didn't have toilet paper. I mean, man, when we didn't have toilet paper growing up, we would just use a Sears catalog or we'd find some newspaper, wrinkle it up really, really good and soft. And I'm serious, we had an outhouse. We used the outhouse. My grandma's, we had a bucket. Really, seriously. I mean, that's kind of gross to talk about, but it's true. The bucket would be emptied and stuff like that, but I mean, we'd go potty in a bucket. And we would use newspaper if we didn't have toilet paper. I mean, what did people do way before we had toilet paper? Toilet paper has not always been around since the beginning of time. So I think that, a lot of people are really have been deprived of what we're deprived of the lessons, deprived of the less fortunate things that actually benefit you, because when you do run out of something, there's always something that is a substitute, because everything that is in the world today, we didn't have that since the beginning of time. Like, it's not always been there, and digital technology and all that stuff has kind of taken over. And I mean, I'm on YouTube right now doing a video, but this is kind of, I appreciate that we have YouTube and the internet, and I'm glad that it's not controlled as much as what it could be, because we could be deprived of that too. But I think a lot of people really tend to depend on, digital devices. They depend on the internet, and we're losing our social skills. Now, the neighbor lady might come over here because she sees me, and I don't know what to say to her, but I'm not gonna go offline if she comes over here. But yeah, she's gonna probably come over here, and so I'm just kind of trying to be, hi. So yeah, I keep forgetting that we're not supposed to be around people and stuff like that. So she's probably not gonna come over here because she doesn't want me to get her sick or something like that. But anyway, I don't want to focus on all that bad stuff. I know it's there, and I apologize if it seems like I'm being cold about the whole thing. But I mean, you know, when you continue to dwell on something, and if you believe everything the government and the media tells you, you'll learn whatever you learn from it. I'm not here to push my opinions. I'm not here to tell you guys that. I'm just not even going to mention anything about it because you guys will draw your own ideas of what I'm trying to say. But I'm not being cold, and I hope everyone is safe out there and stuff. I really do. I don't really know what's really going on behind the minds in the media, but I do know that if you want to invest in something good, you should invest in Ventec. Invest in that right now because the stocks are gonna go up, I believe. I think because those ventilators that they're being pushed to make, man, I tried to invest in those today, and I deposited like $400 into Expedia, X-Trade, and I have to wait for like until the April 2nd, to actually do a trade. So by then, I'm gonna probably not even be interested because the stocks are probably already gonna go up. But I think they're gonna raise up real high. If you know that I'm wrong about what I'm saying, let me know because I don't want to be a fool and invest in something that's really not going to go up. But you may not know anything about stocks and stuff like that, but when I see things really being mass produced and supply and demand and things like that, I want to jump and invest in it because I know that it's going to go up in stock. I assume it's going to go up in stock. But I would love to hear everyone's thoughts on what's going on right now because I want to say that Donald Trump, you guys need to do some research because everyone is a little bit misled about this whole thing. And if you're a Trump fan, I apologize. I don't want to offend you, but Donald Trump has a history of ripping people off. And if you remember the university, the Trump University, look at how many people that got really lost a lot of money in that. Just Google it because I don't know all the details of it, but I do know that a lot of people lost money, and it was definitely in the, it was on Donald Trump's promises, and he stole money from them. So, and do a lot of investigating on how the U.S. government, the history, what has happened in the past, the Spanish flu. I was looking at the Spanish flu documentary about 3 weeks ago, and I just now heard something on the news about the Spanish flu, how they're going to enforce quarantines. And it's scary because we don't know what's going on. We're being distracted, really. We're really being distracted by a lot of things. And I'm trying not to say it. I'm trying not to say it. My opinions I need to chill on my opinions, but I hope that you guys do some research. Do some research and Google or on YouTube. History of the United States relationship with China. Look up the debt. We have a debt with China, a huge debt. And for many, many years, we've been like kind of, when I say we, I mean our government, because we vote for who we want in office, and whoever gets in office, you know, I never voted for Trump, but whoever gets in office, then they, you know, they work with the politicians as far as the House, the Senate, and the Congress to pass laws and stuff like that. And our opinion does count as long as we vote at a local level, and we vote for the people that we believe are gonna, you know, support the decisions that we support, or the laws that we would like to be put in place. Kind of confusing, you know, but it took me a long time to learn about it, and I was under the impression that my vote didn't count. But if you look into that, you know, a lot of times those are rumors that are started by people that want their laws to become law or go in effect. So people that want to a Republican in office, they might have a lot of money, and they may pay a group of people to start a rumor and to deter people from voting. So at one time, I remember it was a big saying, it was a really popular saying, like, why should I vote? My vote doesn't count. And actually, people started believing that, and people weren't voting. And that's how our United States government became so in control of our lives, because the people that we would have voted for, that would have been in our favor, that would have done the things that we need, that we felt were safe for us, and the laws, or the democracy is where we control, the people control what goes on more. It's really kind of, it's kind of confusing, but not for me. I'm just trying to put everything in the right words so that you guys can understand that we do need to vote, and everyone needs to get active, and we need to push our views. We need to gather together and speak out on what we want as citizens, to the laws that we need put in place, because we have no control, and it's sad. We have no control of what's going on at all. We can't control the media. We get told what someone wants us to be told. I'm not saying that it's lies or anything like that, but it's kind of fabricated, and the internet is really guilty of doing, pushing lies and stuff like that. But if you do your research and you look up the history of the United States, relations with other nations, relations with USSR, that's what they called it before, Soviet Union, China, you'll see that there is a history. And as it progresses into the 2000s, I mean, things kind of get a little bit distorted, and you don't know what to believe now. But back in the day, you can look up the history, and depending on the dates and times, you can really find a lot of information that is going to help you understand what's probably really going on. You have to have an open mind. So many people are believing whatever, whatever other people are telling them. And you have to look at the timing on what's going on here. And the fact that our government really doesn't, when I say our government, well, I have to mean Trump, right? They don't like China. But China has saved our asses. China has saved our asses from many years ago, okay? We were in debt, and we always borrowed from China. The debt is so large that, and I have a feeling, that our government doesn't want to pay them back. And they want to condemn them for providing us with all the items that we buy from China. Where else are we going to get the things that we want or need, And I guess we don't need the luxuries, because we don't have any U.S. companies that are going to make the things that China makes for us, I mean, I got all these boxes here from this auction, and most of the items in there says made in China. And a lot of the items are things that, we need and we use and we can utilize. Some of it's junk because, some of it's things that just we don't need. It's just kind of like it's kind of like a something that it's it's a treat. It's like something that what would you say? I have the word. It's a simple word, but sometimes I kind of get lost in the proper words for things. And that's because I come from a small town, and I'm back in that small town right now, trying to do some things with my mother, clean up her house a little bit, because she's got some, she's just now recently become a widow, so I'm not going to go on about that, but she's a sweetheart, and she took care of him for many, many, many years, and he's resting in peace now, and he's not suffering. But he did leave behind a lot of stuff, a lot of a lot of crap, a lot of good things, a lot of collections and stuff. So I'm trying to kind of clean up her garage, and I was cleaning up her house and stuff like that. And I got a bunch of stuff from this liquidation.com, and I'm kind of addicted to bidding on those auctions, but they're really good auctions. You can get a lot of good stuff, and for cheap. They're Amazon returns, so you get all kinds of stuff. Like, I mean, I got this, I got so many things I can't even really say what I got, but I did a few unboxing videos, and I got a lot of cool things. So, I mean, I did sell a few things. I'm not trying to, you know, make like $1 million on selling things from there. But I did get rid of a few things because there was people that were like, yeah, that's cool, I could use that. So, and I'm not trying to really rep liquidation.com, but it is cool. You go on there and I search for the Amazon returns. They have Home Depot returns and Walmart returns. These are things that people buy and they return. Now, I've come across like maybe a few things that people really kind of overused and then returned, which is kind of like some microfiber rags that were just filthy. But other than that, I mean, and then like maybe a curling iron that didn't work. But other than that, I mean, everything is kind of like just new, but the package might be opened or there might not be a package with it. And it's like, I'm talking like 60 items for like $75, you know. One of the items in one of my last auction was a dress, and it said on the manifest that it was retailed at like 200 and some bucks. Looked at the tag and it was $569 for the dress. So I mean, maybe I can sell that and get like I can cover the cost of 2 or 3 of those auctions. I'm not going to sell it for what I'm going to sell it for. I'm going to sell it for probably less than half of what the tag said. I'll probably sell it for $50, man. But I'm saying it's a good deal because I ran across a lot of things that like I needed in there, and a lot of things that I've actually bought before because I needed them, and I was like, oh my God, how did they know I wanted, of course, nobody knew anything that I wanted, but I'm saying it just so happened there's a lot of needy things, things that you can use in there, usable. And so I was going to unbox those. I got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 boxes full of stuff I was going to unbox. But I was kind of debating on whether I should look through these tools and like throw away the tools, not throw them away, but put them in a box. That there's a lot of tools, that don't work. I was working on my brakes yesterday, and it was hell, man, because one of the lines, it was the back brakes, the lines. They were totally busted out, rusted. So I got like the left side, the left one on. Everything was fine. I got to the right wheel, and I couldn't get the fitting on without it leaking. And, it kept leaking. So I messed with it for so long, and I mean, it just so happens my mom has a flare tool, but I didn't use it. I tightened the fitting as much as I could, and it has a little bubble of moisture around the fitting still. It's really not even close to how bad it was. I mean, I didn't have any reservoir. I couldn't hold any brake fluid in the reservoir for more than a block before. But I have the lines all installed, replaced, and I did that myself. It was kind of cool. I should have videoed it, but it's hard to hold the phone, when you're trying to work on the car. And the day before that, I changed my transmission pan and filter. I had actually changed the filter, not the pan. But I had to remove the pan. There was no plug. So the transmission, it's a mess, a lot of transmission fluid all over. And I had learned that from watching a video. The guy you have to unscrew the tranny pan and it just starts coming out. As soon as I took off one of the screws, I mean, that liquid just started pouring out. And it was pouring out for hours. And I just until it started dripping. Then I was able to remove the pan. And after I removed the pan, I cleaned it up and changed the filter. So anyway, I got that done. But yesterday it was the brakes, and there was some tools that were just my mom's ex-husband, or no, I'm sorry. Oops, not ex. My mom's husband, my stepfather. I really didn't know him that well because I was living in California, and I've been living in California the whole time. I he he has a lot of things he's bought over the years that, you know, there's a lot of tools that don't work and they're like busted. I mean, if there's anybody out there that wants broken tools, I guess maybe they're not really dysfunctional, but things that, you know, are stripped and stuff like that. I mean, please let me know here because I have a lot of them I can give to you for free. Because I have no use for them. My mother has no use for them. I'm gonna try to like filter out the ones that just aren't functioning properly, so that she can have everything kind of more organized, you know. So I was filling a box with, I would say, broken tools and stuff, and I have a lot of unboxing here to do as well, so I was just trying to decide what to do. Well, since I have to hold my phone and I have no way of propping it up, I mean, I don't have a tripod or anything like that. And I'm trying to keep my hands clean the whole time. I've got my disinfectants, you know, I got my hand sanitizer, and I'm using my hand sanitizer as often as I can. I'm not gonna spray it on my hands for like 20 minutes straight or anything, but I am using, I mean, I could just kind of squirt myself here too, you know. Put it all over me, put it on my hands. Anyway, so I think I'm going to, I wish you guys would be a little more um, communicative. I think that's a word. I wish you guys would communicate more on what you guys would like to hear. People don't really like to talk about what they think. They're afraid that someone's going to have their opinions. But I would really like to know what you guys want to talk about, because I'm open-minded. I can talk about anything. I mean, anything. Sex, the virus, the government, tools, mechanic, boyfriend, girlfriends, husbands, wives, relationships, all that, you know, problems, any problems. I probably have something to say and some good information to offer you about pretty much just everything. Besides, you know, rocket science, but, and I might even have something on that, but, I would like for you guys to be a little bit more vocal on that. I'm not sure if you're able to, like, okay, I do see that you can chat, but nobody has put up anything except hello. So, maybe I'm boring you. I don't know. But I'm not going to be inside in a room, locked up, quarantined. Sorry, can't do it. So I'm going to be out here chilling and finding things to do and finding things to talk about, because I think I want to just stay on here forever. Because I know there's a lot of people out there right now bored as hell, stuck in their rooms, and abiding by a rule of quarantine yourself. I can only go by what the media says, and I really am not going to push what the media says, because I don't believe everything the media says. Our president is definitely has a lot of biased beliefs, and he's very self-centered. He really wants to benefit from some things, and he really doesn't want to be. He doesn't want to be removed from office. I tell you that right now, because you can tell he's trying to get the election pushed away, and I'm trying not to talk about what I think is going on, but I believe President Trump is attempting to delay the election, because he's afraid that, you know, when he's not in office, he's not gonna have any control. He's a control freak, and I hope I don't offend anyone when I say that, but he's a control freak, and he wants to control things, and he doesn't want to be removed from office, because if he does, he's not going to be anybody. He's not going to do. Nobody's going to have any respect for him. And I think that he fears that dearly. And you guys know this. Do research. Please research. Research, man. Research Trump interviews in the past before he even became important at all, or to our political infrastructure. And you have to do research and learn and read. You can't depend on the media to provide information, correct information. You just can't. You have to go back in time, research, watch interviews, Phil Donahue and Trump, Carson. They have a lot of information that will help you understand the history of the Trumps and the wealth and the money. And when they say follow the money, they mean follow the money from that point and back. Not follow the money like to a rainbow of wealth. No, they mean follow the money, meaning a point where the money's at and go back in time and follow where it started and who is the beneficiary of that money, government money or whatever, because we're the ones that are paying the taxes. There's no money out there unless we pay our taxes. So all the money that the government gets, it comes from, like parking tickets and police arrests and cases and crimes committed and things like that. And then there's the taxes we pay. So all of that goes out there. I don't know how the government is going to provide stimulus checks to people and make it a fair situation. I believe that there are hands in that pot wanting that money. People that have lots of money that want more money, more money, and more money. $1,000 is not going to do shit for a family. You can give $1,000 to everyone. It's not going to do shit except help them pay a couple little bills. It's not going to help them get past this financial trauma. This is going to be a big, sad, traumatic time in the near future, because people are going to be dying, not just from the virus. It's not going to be, it's not about the virus. It's really not about the virus. Please, it's not. Someone created that virus. Someone who is in charge. Someone who controls our lives to a certain extent. The main source is the government. I might get killed by saying this, I don't know. But it is an intentional move by our government officials. They have, they're trying to manipulate a situation to get something of value. And it's many different things. So if I broke it down like this, we have a history of borrowing from China from way back. Many of you will not understand what I'm saying. You won't believe me. It doesn't matter. If you don't, it's fine, but you will see. Maybe you'll see, maybe you won't. But we owe China a lot of money. There's a major, and they used to talk about that a lot. We used to talk about the debt, and it was a fair thing. And it was like, we all knew about it, but so many people out there don't even remember that, and so many people don't know anything about it. But we owe China a lot of money. Trillions and billions and trillions and trillions of dollars. And what's going on is they're not really talking about that, and they're trying to get rid of that debt by not paying it. And they're trying to be, it's crooked. They're being crooked, man. They're stealing. Our government is stealing. You can think I'm crazy all you want. It's not going to change anything unless you go out and you vote for the right person and you push your rights, because we are losing our rights as we speak. We're losing lives, we're losing communities, we're losing our power. We've already lost our power to stand up and, control what is going on. It's sad and it's very confusing for a lot of people, but do your research and you'll find out that there is a history of corruption within our government, and it is not going to stop anytime soon. It is only gotten worse, and it's deep. The timing. I have nothing against anyone in particular, but when it comes to ripping people off, stealing from people, stealing and having power to do so without regard of anyone's families or communities, and tearing apart our lives, I have a problem with that. I don't like people that steal and people that use their power to harm others. I think that we need to all work together, and that's going to be hard, because what's going to happen is there's going to come a time when we're going to come together, because we have to come together, because we are all we have, each other. And we can't depend on the government to care about us. They're not going to care about, they don't care about us. The statement that Trump said, the statement that Trump made that I have a big problem with is, he says, we need to quarantine people, we need to enforce quarantine in 3 states, New York, Rhode Island, Connecticut. And what he said was, we have people going from New York, moving down to Florida, and we can't have that. Why is that? Why can't people move from New York to Florida? Trump recently moved from New York to Florida, didn't he? I believe I'm correct when I say that. I believe he got upset with New York's. Maybe he knew this was coming. Maybe this was all intended. And he moved to Florida. Look it up. Do some research. So when he says, we have people from New York moving to Florida and we can't have that, that is, that statement right there, you need to really think about that. That means that Trump has, he doesn't want people moving to Florida from New York, because he wants them to die in New York. He doesn't want anybody moving around from that place to that place, because he wants his state of Florida to prevent New Yorkers from moving there. I mean, people have family. This guy is, I feel like I'm, I shouldn't even be talking about this, but feel free to message me at boomfetty@gmail. It's boomfetty@gmail.com, and ask me, what I meant by when I said that just now. If you haven't seen the comments that Trump has made, that in particular comment that he made about New Yorkers moving to Florida, and he says we can't have that. He just moved to Florida from New York, so he's got these personal vendettas against people in states. He's using all of those vendettas to cause chaos, and he's trying to control everything and everyone, and he's doing it. And it's a personal belief of mine that it's all been intentional. I apologize for pushing my opinion, but we have a debt with China that we've had for many years, and it's very large debt. And if you don't believe me, look it up. it's there, trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars. And I might be boring the hell out of you, but if you don't believe me, then look it up. If you don't look it up, then how would you know? I don't like to talk about things that I don't know and I can't prove. Sometimes I have an opinion, but I think that's definitely something I'm not afraid to admit. So anyway, on a happier note, I'm not sure what you guys want to talk about. People don't like to hear about Trump. I don't know. Because, as soon as I start speaking about Trump, people kind of like, back off, and I lose a viewer. But maybe we should talk about something that you want to talk about, or you want me to talk about. Feel free. Right now I'm live, and if anyone wants to talk about anything, it should be right now. You should tell me right now because I'm live. I'm here in Wisconsin, and I'm here for you. I'm here for my mother. I'm here for, for health and safety and the love of my family. I'm not really worried about whether I'm going to be able to get back to California or not, but I do have to get back to California. And I will take my chance, and I will drive to reach the California border, and I will try to enter California. I'm not sure exactly which day I will do that, but I will have to do it before they try to enforce quarantine on Wisconsin, South Dakota, Indiana, or maybe not Indiana, but the states that I have to go through to get to California. So I do plan on going back to California, and I got to go soon, but I'm going to go before they, try to enforce quarantines. It's pretty crazy because, people have to travel. They have families in other states, and it's amazing how, um, the powerful people in a powerful position think that they can just control everyone's lives. It's amazing how we fall for and believe everything that we believe, things that we shouldn't believe, and we should really do our research. But anyway, I'm not going to talk about Trump too much because that's kind of boring for a lot of people and they don't want to hear it. People that love Trump, they definitely don't want to hear anything real or bad about him. But just do some research and look up some stuff. Look up the Trump University scam. Look up the interviews on Donahue. Donahue had Trump on interview in 1987, and just one comment Trump made was, I'm not he says, I'm not running for office, so I don't have any reason to lie. Remember that, and look that up. Something Donald Trump said today, I watched, I don't watch a lot of news and stuff like that, so maybe you might think I'm misinformed or something, but when I watch the news, I see through the lies, and it just kind of, it takes the fun out of it, so what I heard Trump say today was pretty interesting and really, obviously, one of his control issues and his personal secret vendettas against New York is he says we're going to have to enforce quarantine on New York, Connecticut, and Delaware or Rhode Island. And we have people moving to Florida from New York, and we can't have that, he says. And if I remember right, I didn't look it up, but I do remember hearing something about Trump moving from New York to Florida. Like, I don't know, last year maybe? Because he was upset at New Yorkers or something like that in Manhattan. And that just makes me think, wow, the gall, the people in New York have families in Florida. You cannot separate families like you did Mexican families and stuff. He's doing the same to us. He's trying to separate us from our families. He's trying to displace us. He's trying to manipulate us. He's trying to take our money, our hard-earned tax money. He's doing it right in our faces, and you know what he's doing it. He's doing it at a time of where we are weak. We're very weak, and they're separating us from our families in that manner, and we are very weak at this point. And if we allow this to continue, we're going to be very sorry. And he doesn't realize that, you know, good overreigns evil. And whether people believe in God and stuff like that, it's really, I believe in higher energies. I believe in not karma, but how good overreigns evil, you know, and we can benefit from almost everything that happens bad to us, as long as we're able to recover in some manner. But depending on can um, how we can take it and use it as a benefit. I might be confusing you at this point, but what I'm trying to say is, like, sometimes things happen bad, and it's like a blessing in disguise. Right now is a very crucial time for us. We're being manipulated. We're being, there's crimes committed on us right now, many, as a people. People are believing it, and we have no choice because everyone's in fear of this virus, and everyone's running around like, you know, quarantining themselves and stuff like that, and which is good, you know, as far as quarantining yourself and keeping yourself safe. But the thing about it is, many people, I myself I'm very healthy. I have an overactive immune system that is gonna ward me away from any virus. I promise you that, because knock on wood, I haven't had the flu, and I don't take the flu shot. I grew up on a farm. We ate meat. You know, we baled hay. I mean, you know, strong tomboy. At a young age, I ran with the boys, and I mean, I could run, and I could do everything a boy could do, whatever. But we were healthy. You know, we didn't get flu shots and stuff like that. The only flu shot I got was the worst time I ever got sick was taking the flu shot. Now, I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me. I don't care. But Trump is killing us. And it's very sad. I mean, I almost want to cry, you know, because we are so misinformed. We are so misinformed. I beg you to do your research. I don't want this to be an unhappy time. I don't want to make you sad. But we have to do our research, and we need to keep our families safe. And I really don't know how we're going to do that. So take care, everybody. I'm going to take a little break here right now, and I'll be back in a few minutes, because it's hard to not talk about what's going on in this world. Everyone is like getting, I don't know if people want to hear more about it or if they don't want to hear more about it. I'm kind of sick of it. I'm sick of this coronavirus shit. So I want to get on a different note, and I'm at my mom's right now. Let's get on a happier note. I'm at my mom's right now, and I'm trying to like help her clean up some things. She went out to get some stuff from the store, and I hope she's very careful and safe and stuff like that. And my mom's really strong. She's gonna be fine. So she went out to get a couple items from the market, and I think she might even be back. I see her, maybe some headlights. That makes me happy. I love her so much. Please be my mom coming up the driveway. It's my mom. Yay! Don't you love it when your mom comes home? So it's my mom. She's here. She's back. I love it. She came back sooner than she usually does. But I think my battery's running out of my... Oh my God, I think my battery's dying in my van. So I'll come back in just a few minutes because I think I'm boring you guys. Okay, bye.